KD9MED, KD9MED, K9RFD. Okay, how's my signal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what happened was they tried to broadcast the the Zoom meeting. Unfortunately, there were technical difficulties which would not allow us to continue. So we decided that Larry K9KGG decided to discontinue. Okay, we'll get underway here in exactly 5 minutes. Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Mike. K9G Sharp Corby, stand by for the next.
KC9GCR, KC9GCR, this is KC9CFL.
KC9CFL, this is K9GCR. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Jimmy, I was wondering if I could get an early bird check-in.
Okay, I'll go ahead and put you down. We're going to be starting an engine in about a minute anyway.
Not a problem. I'll be listening for a bit, and then, we're going to have some family time tonight, so. KC9CFL will be clear.
I understand, Mike. Okay. Go ahead with your family time. We'll talk to you later. K9G Sharp. KD9MED, KD9MED, K9 GCR.
KD9MED.
Start recording.
Okay, copy that, Jimmy, and we've got an internet check-in. It's Patrick, K9SDF, I think.
Okay, repeat that call, please.
That would be Patrick, and I'll get you a call sign here in Kilo Foxtrot 9er Sierra Delta K9RFD Patrick.
Oh, okay, I got that's a patent warrant. Yeah, okay, I put him down as a internet checking. Okay, thanks. Okay, good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock, and welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9 GCR. I'm located here in Freeport. I'll be your net control station this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. This is what this hobby of rabbit radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. The secondary purpose of this net is to provide an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 minus offset. You need to have that programmed in your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have PL capability, or if the PL in your radio is not working properly, you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency, the straight 610 simplex. If I hear you, I will acknowledge you and check you in the net. We already have one internet check-in. That was Pat, KF9SD in Warren, Illinois. If you are listening via the internet, this is being live streamed around the world via the internet. It's also being recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Those of you who want to check on the internet, send your internet check-in to Mike, KD9MED in Rochelle, Illinois. He in turn will relay your internet check-in to me. Also, if you're out in the sticks, you can hear the repeater, but you can't get into it due to conditions, you're too far away from it, and you don't have access to the internet or what have you there, give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232-FNFN. 232-3636, the local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check it on the radio first. Okay, I also had an early bird check-in from Mike, K9 CFL in Rockton. He's got the family time. So that's good to hear. He's checked in, so I've got two early check-ins, one early bird and one internet check-in. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take short time on mobile stations. If you have family time, like Mike at K9 CFL does, or you're rather concentrated, you're driving, or you got something else going on, you can't stay for the net, I'll take your short time on mobile check-in, and if you have traffic, we'll get your traffic right away. After we get done with the short time on mobile stations, we'll take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. When you check in the net, state whether or not you have a traffic, and those of you who have traffic will get your traffic as soon as possible. Your traffic consists of breakfast, bike rides, marathons, or a ham fest. So we got another ham fest coming up next month. It's the Sandwich Ham Fest on Sunday, May 1st. Richard N9ZO has the tickets. You want tickets to the ham fest? Contact him at area code 815-547-8686. Area code 815-547-8686. Okay, after we'll do our regular features. We'll do the W9UIJ Carl's Corner, in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Carl Larson, W9UIJ. He had the old, he and Tony, K9RFD, had the old Tuesday evening TechNet on the Monroe Repeater. Carl had a segment called Carl's Corner, in which he read stuff from different ham radio magazines about propagation, electrical principles, and what have you. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna you want to put up on your tower? If you have technical questions, especially you new hams that are listening, please feel free to ask your questions, and we'll do our best to answer them for you. Then, of course, we'll do the W9 Gene Duncan DX Corner in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time you check the net, you always have DX reports. That's what we'll be doing on that segment. But we'll have our swap nets. You have any items to buy, sell, trade, or what related to hobbies of ramp radio or computers, we'll do that. The question this week, what kind of a radio are you using, and are you happy with your radio? Okay, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short time on mobile stations who'd like to check in? Please call now.
November 9, Golf Bravo Papa, Greg in Rockford. I'll be short time, but I'll try to be back here later on.
You take all the time you need. We're usually here to around 10:30 or so anyway. So, okay, you go ahead there, Greg, K9GBP. Thanks for checking in. You're welcome to recheck in. Okay. Any more short time on mobile stations you want to check in, please call now.
KD9QDP short time. KD9EPZ short time.
Alpha 9, Victor Uniform, Michael in Janesville, short time.
Okay, I got 3 stations checked in short time. KD9QDP. Rick and Robert have got you checked in. Rick, I'll get back. No, that's right. You'll be short time tonight. Thank you for checking in. I think we may have some solutions on trying to see about keeping the North America long wires net going here. You got a good service going. We hate to see it go away. We'll talk about that later on. Thanks for checking in. KD9EPZ, Al and Rochelle. Okay, Al, I've got you checked in short time. You have a good evening. Thank you for checking in. AE9VU, Mike in Janesville. I've got you checked in short time. Mike 73, you have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. And any more short time on mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, I think we had 4 short time stations. I think we had that many last week too. Okay, let's try for any general check-ins. At this time, I'll take any general check-ins from Northern Illinois who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe.
Kilo Delta 9er, Mike Echo Delta, Mike and Rochelle.
Get back to you in a few minutes. I'm trying to avoid stepping on people who are trying to check in. Sorry about the delay there. Okay. Got you checked in, Tom. We'll get back to you in a few minutes around there. Well, thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Kilo Delta 9er, Mike Echo Delta, Mike and Rochelle.
Okay, I got 2 stations, 2 more stations yet. KD9MED, Kerry in Rockford. I've got you checked in, Kerry. We'll get back to you in a few minutes. And thanks for checking in. KD9MED, Mike in Rochelle was live streaming this net on the internet. and recording it for future replay on the Friday Night FunNet Central Facebook page. I've got, Mike, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to both of you in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois at the Friday Night FunNet? Please go on. Oh boy, we got some slim pickings from Northern Illinois tonight, but something else must be taking place tonight. So we'll move on to any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois you'd like to check in. Please go on out. Okay, well, we'll move on to general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. Any general check-ins from southern Wisconsin you'd like to check in? Please call now.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin.
K9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin. Okay, Norm, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from southern Wisconsin you'd like to check in? Please call now. Okay, well, it's a Friday night fish fry night in southern Wisconsin. You know what that means. Everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, tavern, eating their catfish, buffalo, carp, bullhead, northern pike, walleye, muskie, or crappie. Those in the Milwaukee area, you're eating your Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, and Braunschweiger in your hamburgers. Of course, you cheese lovers are eating some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. So, okay. Any general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin would like to check the Friday Night FunNet? Please call now. Well, as I said, we must have some slim pickings tonight. Everybody, I don't know what's going on here. So, okay, that's starting out slow. Oh, now wait, that's right. The rah-rah Zoom meeting is underway. Larry, K9KCT is trying to listen to it. He tried to broadcast it on the repeater, but things due to technical difficulties, we had to discontinue it. So, okay, I'm sure he'll give us a report as soon as the meeting's over. So that explains it. That's I'd forgotten about that. So, okay, let's any more general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin, the Friday Night FunNet, please call now. Okay, next Friday, we're going to do our special Easter edition of the Friday Night FunNet. This is the net that I did not get to do last Easter because the Friday that I was supposed to do it, I ended up going to the hospital for COVID. So so we will do a special Easter edition of the Friday Night FunNet next Friday night. And next Friday being Good Friday, of course. So we'll ask everybody what their plans are for Easter. What are your favorite memories of Easter? Easter egg hunts and what have you. And I'll try to use different color ink there for my check-in list. So, okay, that's my traffic. Does anybody have any traffic you'd like to pass along at this time? Okay, yes. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock at the Freeport Public Library, our Stevenson County Repeater Association will be having our regular in-person meeting. We did not have the last meeting we had was in January. We did not have a meeting in December. In fact, George, N9WSQ, our club president, and I were the only ones who showed up. then we did not have a meeting last month, but we're gonna have one tomorrow. Again, it's 11 o'clock. Freeport Public Library, second floor, conference room. If you're not doing anything tomorrow morning, you're welcome to come over. Our meetings are open to all. So, okay. Okay, before we proceed any further, do you have any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on now. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net, on the W9AXD Repeater and Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net, Central Order Freeport. Okay, let's go ahead with W9UIG Carl's Corner. This is our technical portion of the net. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up in your tower? You have any technical questions? We have any new ham radio operators listening. You have any questions? Please feel free to ask them, and we'll do our best to answer them for you. Does anybody have any technical questions at this time? Okay, I guess not, so we'll move on. Okay, let's go ahead with the W9 Gene Duncan DX Corner, in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time he checked in his net, he always had a DX report that he would give. So, okay, does anybody have any DX reports they'd like to pass along?
KD9MED.
KD9MED, okay, Kerry, what you got for us?
Thanks, Jimmy. Here's KD9MED. Good evening, everybody. Well, you remember last week was the best DX week I ever had, and this week was only about half as good, so I really got spoiled. I really had to work hard to work this week I worked 19 countries and no new countries, but there were three QSOs that I'm pretty proud of. Brief reset. On 15 meters, 3D2AG, which is in Fiji, and YB1MIG, which is in Indonesia. And on 17 meters, I worked KL7J in Alaska. And the other countries were just the regular Western Europe bread and butter countries, everyday popcorn countries. Brief reset. We have 4 QSO parties this week. We have Georgia, the Empire State of the South. We have Nebraska, the Cornhusker State. We have New Mexico, the Land of Enchantment. And we have North Dakota, the Flickertail State. That's all the QSO parties that I know of for this weekend, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. KD9MED, the Duke of Digital DX.
Okay, sounds good there. Gary, yeah, I think I was only here, I was able to pick up only one QSO party. I think that was I don't know, I think it was in Louisiana. I was not able to make contact at all there, so ain't that the way it goes? So at least I got to listen to some of them anyway. Okay, Kerry, thanks for checking in and bringing us that DX report. We'll get back to you a few minutes around too, and thank you for checking in. Also, later on in the net, I'll read the DX Code of Conduct and the Contesters Code of Ethics, like it did last week. So, okay. Any other station have any DX reports you'd like to pass along?
AC9NW.
Okay, AC9NW. Okay, Tom, what do you got for us?
Well, as probably everybody knows, I work parks on the air pretty regularly. The main thing I do. And I worked a park in Brazil, which is unusual. I don't hear many parks from other countries. And it was PY2VM was his call, and his name was Carlos. And that was 5,295 miles. And I was using 25 watts, and he was at about 50 watts. So we were both low power, and we made that contact. KC9NW.
No, that's congratulations. I never knew they did parks on the air in Brazil. But that's great. You can make what band? Just out of curiosity, did you work?
That was on 10 meters. I haven't worked much 10 meters until recently. It's starting to come up pretty good. KC9NW, back to that.
That's great. And what was that call sign of that station in Brazil?
It was PY2VM.
PY2PM. Okay, sounds good. That sounds good. Hey, before I let you go, you're working 10 meters. Are you able to check into the North America long wires net with Rick K9QDP on the Tuesday night?
No, I'm not. For some reason, I really don't hear much of anything that's close in. My antenna seems to work only at fairly long distances, like 300 miles and out. And it's probably just a little too far for the ground wave, so it's kind of in that area that it's I don't hear much in. It's anything between 10 miles and 200 or 300. I don't hear much of anything. KC9NW, back to net.
Okay, sounds good. Rick, he is not going to have a net this coming to Tuesday night, and he's thinking about maybe calling it quits as far as that net goes, because he's getting seems like every Tuesday night he's getting a low turnout. I'm kind of wondering maybe something that we could do, that maybe if you could talk to him or anybody else, maybe we can see about maybe getting rotating the net controls, or maybe I think he works some stations work vertical, and I think he works horizontal or the other way around. That's probably the difference there. But we got to keep that net on the air. Okay, sounds good. Tom. Thanks for your DX report. I'll get back to you a few minutes to roundtable. Does any other station have any DX reports you'd like to pass along?
KD9EPZ.
K9EPZ. Okay, Al, what you got for us?
Couple of days, I did have a real nice QSO last night with two gentlemen, one in New Hampshire and the other one was in and we kept this QSO up for about 2.5 hours last night. It was really interesting. The both of them were running some power, but I wasn't. I was just running my my end-fed wire and 100 watts.
Okay, now during your transmission, a couple times your signal cut off. You worked one station in New Hampshire. Where was the other station?
Montana.
Okay, that sounds good. What band?
20 meters.
That's great. And by the way, I listened to you guys Tuesday night after the Ogle County net on the 165 repeater. That was great. You guys kept going for about 3 hours, well past midnight when you guys went off there. I think that was great. That's what we need to have happen to get these get more people using these repeaters. But thanks to you and some of the other guys very much down in Ogle County very much for doing that.
The only thing now I did do this week, and which is what's surprising me too, on the 5th, I talked to the same gentleman twice on two bands. VP5M, which is in Turks and Caicos. And I talked to him once on 28,450 on 10 meters. Oh, that was in the evening. In the afternoon, I talked to him on 14,242 on 20 meters, and then later on in the day, I caught him on 28,450, which is crazy. I can talk thousands of miles on 10 meters, but I can't hear Rockford.
Yeah, we're gonna see we can't do something about that. Maybe try. Let's see. Maybe have some rotating net controls to see what we can do about this antenna, or maybe, well, you know, originally that net was on 28.435, but he was getting so much interference on that frequency that he moved it to 28.390. Maybe we'll see about maybe we could. Move to another frequency will help, but that's about it. Okay, Al. Hey, I gotta move on here, but thanks for your DX report, and we'll get back to you in a few minutes for the roundtable. So, okay. Does any other station have any DX reports they'd like to pass along? Well, that was good. They had last week we had 3 stations with DX reports, and we got the same number of stations. That's great. Oh, okay. Before we continue, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay. Well, let me KC9GCR, net control of the Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, let's go over the roundtable. AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe, what kind of radio are you using, and how do you like your radio? Do you like it, or you want to trade it in, or you want to get a new one?
Well, I'm using a Kenwood TM271A, and I like the radio. It works well. It is easy to program, and everything. All the controls are very easy to use. The only criticism I would have on it is the lowest power is 25 watts. So it'd be kind of nice to have a lower power when, you know, using a repeater, because you really don't need that. That's about my only criticism. The other thing I do is, if the weather's bad, I don't use an outside antenna because I have to open a window to hook up to it. So I have an indoor J-pole, and I use my ICV8 handheld with that. So those are the 2 radios I use for nets, for local nets on the repeaters. AC9NW back to net.
Okay, that sounds good. About 3 years ago, Kirk KD9N, Gary, who now holds the W9GD call, but he was KD9FML, and Jen, KD9FMJ, came over and installed a ground plate antenna outside my bedroom window. And it's connected to the Yaesu FTM 100, which I'm using now. In fact, I thank you very much for doing that. Okay, thanks for checking in there, Tom. And if I don't talk to you again, have a good evening. Hey, that's right. We'll catch you on the Saturday evening rag tune tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on this repeater. So, okay, thanks for checking in. KD9MED, Carrie in Rockford. What kind of radio are you using? And do you like it, or would you rather trade in on another radio?
This is KD9MED. For the VHF transceiver, I use Baofeng UV5R handheld with a homemade ground plane antenna, and I can't see any reason to choose any other radio. It's extremely cheap, but it works fine, and I don't know what a different transceiver could do for me that this one, you know, can't. Brief reset. For the HF transceiver, I bought a used Flex 5000 I bought it because it was really, really cheap, and it had all the bells and whistles with it. And I really like it. I really like all of the different features. It has like 5 antenna connectors on it, and it has all the internal switching in it so that you can do a lot of versatile things with the antennas, and it's got a built-in antenna tuner, brief reset. It does have a problem. It won't do CW. For whatever reason, it crashes out when I try to transmit CW with it, so it does have that downside. But on the bright side, I've done 6,000 QSOs with it, and I've worked 124 countries with it, so it's not all bad. That's about it. KD9MED.
Okay, Kerry, sounds good. Hey, thanks for checking the finite fund and giving us all that DX information and telling us what kind of radio you use. That's great. So thanks for checking in. Have a good evening. If you get a chance, we got the Saturday evening rag tune net tomorrow night at 8 o'clock here on this repeater. Larry, K9HKX and Roscoe is going to be your net control station. We're starting to do rotating net control. So if you get a chance to carry you're welcome to check in.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, K9MED, Mike and Rochelle, who's live streaming this net around the world on the internet and also recording it for future replay on the Finite Fun Net Facebook page. Mike, what kind of radio are you using? Are you happy with it or not?
K9MED and Rochelle here. Well, I've got the FT991A that you can see on the live stream, and I'm pretty happy with it. I haven't fully explored all of its capabilities. Brief reset. I would say I'm overall pretty happy with the radio as it is. As far as upgrading or changing it or whatever, no, I think I'd pass. I'll just keep it the way it is, It's really good for what it does. This KD9MED, back to net.
It's good to hear there, Mike. Okay, thank you for checking the Finite Fund Net. Thank you for all you do. Let me know if you get any more internet check-ins. Okay, sounds good. KC9RGT, Norman, Orfordville, Wisconsin. What's going on with you? What kind of radio are you using, and do you like it or not?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Jim, for the 2-meter net, I've got an ICOM V8000. I like it very much. It seems to work real good. I run it on low power, and it hits the repeater just fine. For HF, I have a Flex Radio 1500. It's rated at 10 watts, but really it puts out about 8 watts. And if you're real careful with it and you got a good antenna, it gets out there and makes the contacts.
That's good. Norman, when I was in the process of getting study, I can't even talk. When I got done studying and passed my first ham radio technician test back in 2004, I was considering getting that ICOM IC V8000. I saw an advertisement on there and it says get 75 watts of base station power. I thought, oh boy, well that's what I figured. I'm going to have a base anyway. So I talked to the late Ken Muto, K9 KWM. He was the president of our club there at the time. He said that, Jim, you don't need that kind of power. We put out about 50 watts or what have you there for whatever. You don't need 75 watts. I said, well, okay. So I ended up getting my first radio, my ICOM IC2100H. I use that only to talk locally on our 39 repeater here in Freeport. So that's about it. Okay, Norm. Hey, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. I better let you go so you can hit the sack. Okay, before I give you my traffic, what I have, do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on now.
9TZT.
K9KZT. Okay, got you checked in, Larry. Okay, what happened at the meeting?
Okay, I'll just give you a brief summary. There were introductions, I don't know how many people were there. I was kind of concentrating on getting the radio going. But there was a number. Okay, tentatively decided to look at Roscoe, VFW for field day. Decided to make banners for Rah-Rah and have a presence at the Belvedere Ham Fest. And did a couple of tables there. Passed a motion to participate in the Illinois QSO party in October. Other things were discussed like Winter Field Day, and there were a bunch of other ideas that will be perhaps considered later. Let's see. If you want the ham raid, email Kurt. I did make your point and Rick's point about there were a number of people that would desire in-person meetings or by radio. Anyway, I did present that. So that's about the size of it, and a lot of, just how meetings go. Went for an hour and a half, just over now. So that's about my report and my rate here. My two rate for me and radio is 5 days. That's all I've got. Looking for something else. For high frequency, I just operate 40 CW, and I have a homemade transmitter, which and homemade receiver, plus a national NC88 from about 1952 with an Autech audio filter. That's my setup, and a couple homebrew antennas. Back to you, Jim, K9RFD.
She can. So okay. Thank you very. Okay. What kind of radio are you using, Larry? And are you happy with it or not?
I must have timed out. I'm sorry. Yeah, for 2 meters, I have an FT25 Yaesu, handy-talkie. And for high frequency, I just operate 40 CW. I have a homebrew transmitter, homebrew receiver, homebrew antennas, and a national NC88 receiver from about 1950s. And that's my story, K9TZT.
Okay, Gary. Larry, thanks for checking. Thanks for letting us know how the Rah-Rah Zoom meeting went. Thank you very much. Okay. Any more stations? And thank you for all you do with the CW practice there too, on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights. Okay, any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? You're coming home to your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show. If you just turned your radio on, you've been copying the mail over the last 40 minutes. This is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. Without traffic, please call K9GCR.
KC9GCR. Here is KC9YI, Kilo Charlie 9 Yankee India.
K9YI, Scott Monroe. Good evening, Scott. What's going on with you?
Oh, just had a big meal, and friends just heading home now, so we got back to my radio chair.
That sounds good. I'm asking a question tonight. What kind of radio are you using? Do you like it, or do you not, or not like it? What kind of radio are you using?
Are you talking about VHF or for HF?
Oh, it don't matter. VHF or what kind of radio are you talking on now? Or it don't matter. HF or whatever. I don't care.
Well, right now I got my TS2000 going because this puts out a little more power than my newer rig. It's a mobile. It's the new one is FTM 300D, and it's a nice rig. It's I've got a 400 in the car, and I like that too. This is supposed to be able that you can. It's more visible. supposed to be in daylight, you know. I mean, that was the one thing with the touch screen that's in the 400 is a touch screen, whereas this isn't. This is all buttons that you press and the menu and like that. So it's a little bit smaller display, but it's supposed to have a little bit better visibility in sunlight. So I don't know. I've never had it in the car. I've had it here in the ham shack. But the TS2000 that I've been using here, now it's about 20 years old, and I bought it new. So apparently I don't dislike it too much because I've kept it around here for 20 years. And on HF, I use a Yaesu Fox Tango 950, and I really enjoy that radio too. That's a nice HF rig, and I've really enjoyed having that radio. K9M or KC9GCR in the net. This is KC9YI.
Okay, Scott, that sounds good. Sounds good. So, okay. Hey, thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you on the Green County Net that's coming Sunday night.
Sounds good. I hope. I don't know. We may be on Simplex. I kind of goofed up the repeater today. Tried to reset the clock and goofed up the controller, so we're down. Jerry's going to try to reprogram it tomorrow. So yeah, maybe. So we'll catch you later, Jim. KC9GCR. This is KC9YI.
Okay. Now what? I think I forgot. What is the simplex rate? 146 point something or what?
I don't know if we should just use the output of the repeater, 145.11. Being that people are going to look there, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I was trying to get it. Took the controller off of it and was hoping that the internal IDer would work, and it didn't, and so I had to turn it off. The repeater itself is working, but it's not IDing like it's supposed to.
Oh boy, well, we got about roughly 48 hours to go before the net starts at 7:30 on Sunday nights. Well, we'll just see what happens. We'll tune to 110 and we'll just see what happens. So we'll play it by ear. Okay, thanks, Scott, for checking in, and hopefully we'll make contact on Sunday night. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. Take care, and everybody have a good evening and a good weekend. KC9GCR, this is KC9YI clear.
Okay, that was Scott, KC9GCR. That was Scott, K9YI in Monroe. He's net control of the Green County Aries Races net. That net meets each and every Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe, PL 123.0 minus Austin. Now, we'll wait and see what happens. Hopefully they can get that repeater fixed so they can have the net. You just tune in at 7:30 and we'll just see what takes place. Okay, any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
KD9EPZ, I guess I'll come in as a regular check-in. The people I was talking to last night don't seem to be coming up on 20 meters tonight, so. Oh, and then there goes my phone.
That might be your sister with good news. We'll be here till at least till 10:30. Thanks for checking in again, Al. Got some good news concerning Al's sister. She's coming along fine. If everything goes well, she might be able to go home. So let's hope and pray for the best that she can go home. Okay, any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
9EPZ. No, that wasn't my sister. I told them I'll call them back. So
I figured that's why I go through talking about what is in my shack and such.
Okay, hold on a second there, Al. I think there was another station trying to check in. Other station, come back.
KC9GCR, KD9HWK. Go ahead and talk with Al there for a second, Jimmy.
Go. If you're not able to get this one,
Okay, thanks, man. We'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. Okay, what kind of equipment do you have, Al?
I am an IC9100, which is an ICOM, and I bought it because Carl, who of course is Silent Key now, I can't think of his call right now. You know who it is. That's what he was running, and he loved it so much, he was talking about it so much, I went ahead and bought one. So that's what I have. I have a 9100, which is an all-in-one. Does my HF and my 2 meters and 440. And the great thing about this radio, it's got a fantastic receiver. Which, by the way, Scott, I was hearing you on the input.
Okay, that's good there. Yeah, that was a W9UIJ, Carl. I was trying to think of what name I'd call him, like I call the Gene Duncan, W9GD, the King of DX. I don't know what to call Carl, the King of something. We'll figure something out. Well, that's great. I'm glad that radio works out for you.
I was going to say, I don't know, to the person that said that you don't need more than 25 watts. This one, I'm not running it right now, but this one will put out 100, and I get it. I get into probably every repeater within 100 miles of here.
You're living in a great location for that too. That's unusual. Anybody like in a trailer like that does. The other place probably a few miles away, you probably won't be able to pick up anything worth a hoot there. So okay, Al, again, thanks for checking in, and we'll talk to you later. Like I said, hopefully we'll be able to check in the Green County that is coming Sunday night there. I'm sure you probably heard Scott talk about the situation with the 110 repeater.
Yeah, I'll probably give him a call on Simplex on the repeater output frequency if he happens to be there.
Okay, sounds good, Al. Okay, thanks for checking in there. K9HWK, Matt down in the Sycamore. What's going on with you?
Oh, not a whole lot here, Jimmy. We went out, got a bite to eat. It's kind of snowy, sleety out, so, you know, the weather's still acting like winter a little bit.
Yeah, we're getting some snow showers here, too. Oh, well, what do you do? Next weekend's supposed to be pretty good. I think Wednesday or Thursday, I think it's supposed to get up near 70.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Hopefully it'll start warming up here. We got that Hamfest coming up on the first Sunday in May, so hopefully we'll have good weather for it.
Yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Let's go for about maybe 80 to 85 degrees on that day. And I'll repeat this again. Richard, N9CO in Belvedere, has tickets for that Sandwich Hamfest, Sunday, May 1st. You want them, give them a call at area code 815-547-8686. Area code 815-547-8686. Of course, you have some at the gate there too.
Yep, they'll be at the gate if anybody wants some, so get a hold of Richard or get a hold of W9ICU, either one.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, Matt, I'm asking a question tonight. What kind of a radio are you talking on, and are you happy with it or not?
I am talking on a Yaesu 3200D. It's a 65-watt radio. It does fine for what I do with it. I can't quite reach out as far as Al can. I might if I use my 991 for VHF, because it'll do 100 watts. This one does 65. And it puts out, it's close to 65 watts, so it does pretty good. I have an external speaker hooked up to it, and that's what I use for my bass at home for 2 meters.
That's great. That's great. And Okay. Hey, I know when you're in the control of the Monday night Kishwaukee Amateur Radio Club, that you always, I know you put me down as an honorary check-in. I thank you very much for doing that, and you mentioned the Friday Night Fun net, so thank you very much for doing that.
Yeah, no problem, Jimmy. Yeah, I think it's a great service to do this. I think hams should really participate in it because it's just to get out and kind of talk to the local people and, you know, get to know some of the people in the area.
Yeah, that's for sure. Sometimes Angelo and Harvard that checks in there too, and that's about it. Okay, Matt, hey, 7-3s, have a good weekend. We'll try to... I usually listen to the net there on Monday evenings at 8:30 p.m. Sometimes it comes in, the repeater comes in good, and sometimes conditions will not allow it. I get quite a bit of noise.
I hear you, Jimmy. All right, well, you have yourself a good evening. Everybody out there on the net, have a good evening. KC9GCR, KD9HWK, 7-3.
7-3 is you, Matt. Thanks for checking KC9GCR. That's Matt, KD9HWK. In Sycamore, he's one of the net control operators on the Kishwaukee Amateur Radio Club net. That meets every Monday evening at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb with a PL 100.0 minus offset. Okay. Any more stations who wish to check at the Friday Night Fun net, please call now.
KD9HKX, Larry and Roscoe.
K9HKX, Larry and Roscoe, tomorrow night, you'll get your first crack as net control operator for the new Saturday evening rag tune net, which meets at 8 p.m. on this repeater. So looking forward to hearing from you. Okay, we're talking about radios. What kind of radio are you talking on now, Larry? Are you happy with it or not?
KC9GCR, KD9HKX. Good evening, Jim, and everyone else on the net tonight. I'm using a Kenwood TM281A. It's designed as a mobile radio, but I use it as a base. I'm very happy with it. It puts out 65 watts. I've got an antenna for it just in the attic, and it does a good job of hitting all the local repeaters. And, you know, the receiver is very, very clear, pre-preset. And the radio's just been very reliable. I like it a lot. KC9GCR, KD9HKX.
Okay, that sounds good, Larry. I'm glad you like it there. So, okay, you have a good evening. We'll definitely look forward to hearing you tomorrow night on the Saturday evening Rag 2 net. You get your first crack as net control. So, good luck.
Appreciate that, Jim. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks. Any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun net, please call now. I'm getting a carrier, but no audio. Let's try that one more time, please. Okay, this is K9GCR net control of Friday Night Fun net. I'm talking to you on the Yaesu FTM 100. This DR, this was presented to me by Justin K9FEO, Kevin W9KLG, and let's see, some of the other hams, Mike H9JZ. It was presented to me at the about 5 years ago at the Stockholm Inn. It was after my other radio, my ICOM IC208H gave up its ghost. So I'm happy with this radio. Of course, I have my original radio, my ICOM IC 2100H. I use that only to talk on the local 3.9 repeater here in Freeport. Now, last year I bought the, or whatever, I bought the ICOM IC 2300. So I got 3 different radios. I can hand them to 3 times. I can monitor 3 different repeaters at the same time. Got 3 different antennas. And of course, I got my ICOM IC 718, my HF rig, which I bought back in 2018 with Tony K9RFD, Carl W9AXD, and Brandon. K9RFD wasn't a ham yet. We went up to RO Milwaukee. We picked up. I'm very happy with it. Okay. At this time, any more station want to check it? Please call now. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Central here in Freeport. So, okay, what I'm going to do, we're going to do Friday Night Fun Net trivia. This is really for the benefit of those stations or listening to us on the people who are listening to us on scanners who want to get their first ham radio license. Of course, we have other people who listen to us because they can't listen to police communications anymore unless they have a very expensive digital scanner. You can still monitor fire and EMS frequency there too, but this is really for the benefit. Now, I'll read questions from Ra-Ra's Tech, General, and Extra Q&A books, and if you know the answer, people, let's jump in there. Let's not depend on 1 or 2 people here. So this is remember, this is all in fun. So this is for the benefit of the future ham radio operators. So okay, first question. Let me reset. Okay, first question. Which of the following HF bands have frequencies available in the technician's class operator for RTTY or RIDI and data transmissions? A. 10 meter, 12 meter, 17 meter, and 40 meter bands. B. 10 meter, 15 meter, 40 meter, and 80 meter bands. C. 30 meter band only. D. 10 meter band only. Which of the following HF bands have frequencies available to the technician class operator for RTTY or RIDI, if you prefer, and data transmissions? A. 10 meter, 12 meter, 17 meter, and 40 meter bands. B. 10 meter, 15 meter, 40 meter, and 80 meter bands. C. 30 meter band only. D. 10 meter band only. Anybody have correct to answer this question? Come on, people. I'm sure some of you people know this. Which of the following HF bands have frequencies available to the technician class operator for RTTY and data transmissions? A. 10 meter, 12 meter, 17 meter, and 40 meter bands. B. 10 meter, 15 meter, 40 meter, and 80 meter bands. C. 30 meter band only. D. 10 meter band only. Anybody correct to answer this question?
K9ETZ.
Go ahead.
10 meters only.
Cut yourself off. Say again.
10 meters.
10 meters. You are correct, Al. You are correct. Which of the following HF bands and frequencies available to the technician class operator for RTTY and data transmissions? Correct answer is D Delta, 10 meter band only. Okay, let's move on to another one here. By the way, it won't be too long when I will have to be ordering a new technicians Q&A book, because This one expires June 30th of this year. Okay? Next question. Which of the following is a requirement for the issuance of a club station license grant? A. The trustee must have an amateur extra class operator license grant. B. The club must have at least 4 members. C. The club must be registered with the American Radio Relay League. D. All of these choices are correct. Which of the following is a requirement for the issuance of a club station license grant? A. The trustee must have an amateur extra class operator license grant. B. The club must have at least 4 members. C. The club must be registered with the American Radio Relay League. D. All of these choices are correct. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9HKX, B Bravo. The club has to have 4 members.
EC9GO.
Okay, we got 2 stations. Got 2 stations checked in. Okay, Larry K9HKX. Okay, and I gotta give the other Larry AC9GO. Okay, AC9GO. What do you say?
I think it's all of the above. I think that was D. I'm not sure, though.
Well, H9GO, I'm sorry to tell you this, but that's correct. That's not correct. That's not correct, I should say. Larry, K9HKX has the correct answer. It's B Bravo. Which of the following is a requirement for the issuance of a club station license grant? Correct answer is B Bravo. The club must have at least 4 members. 97.5 B2. Each club must have a licensed trustee who actually holds the club license and is designated by a club officer. Clubs must also have at least 4 members and be organized as in Rule 97.5B, Ham Radio License Manual, page 7-3. Okay. Larry, AC9GO, let me check in the net here. I'm asking a question this week. What kind of radio are you operating on now, and are you happy with it?
Oh, okay, Jim. Well, right now I'm on an IC 2800, and I kind of like it. It's a 2-band. 2 meters and 440, and I kind of like the ICOM equipment. In fact, I got a 7300 here that I use for the low bands. So that's it. AC9GO.
I'm glad you liked it. The only reason why, when I first got a license, of course, I bought my first radio was the ICOM IC, the 21er, which I still use. I use that to talk only locally on the 3.9 repeater. I bought that from HRO Denver, and that was I'm definitely happy with it. He had an ICOM radio, so I decided I'd buy one too. But let's see, I got let's see, just a minute. I got 2 ICOM mobile radios. Of course, I got my ICOM IC718, my HF radio, and of course, I got an ICOM ICV8HT. So that's about it there. Oh, okay. What else is going on with you, Larry?
Not a whole lot, but I was on with the club meeting, and just got done talking with some of the guys on there, and I think Kurt's going to do an absolutely fabulous job with the club. Kind of got things set ahead as to some of the things we're going to do, and some other things that we're going to try to do in the future. And as soon as we get out from under this COVID thing, we get a lot of work ahead of us. But I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it as well. KC9GO, back to net.
That's good. Yes, Kurt is going to do a wonderful job. That's about it there. I regret to say that we had to, after about the 15 or 20 minutes, we had to discontinue carrying the meeting here because we just weren't, the audio it was not coming in very well at all. So, but okay, well, so we'll see what happens next month. So, thanks for checking in and stick around. We're going to ask more questions there. So, thanks for checking in there, Larry.
Just want somebody that's going to get them wrong. KC9GO.
That's all. This is all in fun. Don't worry about it. This is those of us, I can't even talk. Those people who are listening to us on scanners are trying to get their ham radio license there. That's pretty good. This is what we're doing this for. Okay. This is K9G Sharp to Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. Okay. Let's see. We can find another. I'm trying to avoid the same questions there. So, okay. Sorry about this. All right. Okay. How might fog and light rain affect radio range on the 10-meter and 6-meter bands? A. Fog and rain absorb these wavelength bands. B. Fog and light rain will have little effect on these bands. C. Fog and rain will deflect these signals. D. Fog and rain will increase radio range. How might fog and light rain affect the radio range on the 10-meter and 6-meter bands? A. Fog and rain absorb these wavelength bands. B. Fog and light rain will have little effect on these bands. C. Fog and rain will deflect these signals. D. Fog and rain will increase radio range. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
C9GO.
Okay, Larry, go ahead.
I don't think it's going to have much effect on them at all, but I could well be wrong. I'm not that familiar with 6, whether you can bounce off of those clouds. It seems like you might be able to. I think there's some cloud ducting, but I'd say for the most part it doesn't have a whole lot of effect. KC9GO.
Well, okay. So you don't know you want to take a stab at it or not? It's up to you.
That was my answer. I don't think it has a whole lot of effect, although there is cloud duct or there's layer ducting for 6. But I don't think rain and mist have much effect on that stuff. KC9GO.
Okay, all right, Larry. I'll tell you what. I'll read the question again. Maybe see somebody else to answer that. That's okay. I know where you're coming from. It probably wouldn't if you don't use 10-meter or 6-meter that much. It probably wouldn't interest you anyway. Okay, I'll read the question again. How might fog and light rain affect radio range on the 10-meter and 6-meter bands? A. Fog and rain absorb these wavelength bands. B. Fog and light rain will have little effect on these bands. C. Fog and rain will deflect these signals. D. fog and rain will increase radio range. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay, Larry, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you I think to all intents and purposes you answered correctly. It is, how might fog and light rain affect the radio range on the 10 meter and 6 meter bands? Well, I'll tell you what, Larry, you were right, so you did give the correct answer, which is B. Fog and light rain will have little effect on these bands. Let's take it about further, I think you were right all the time, so... Here's the answer is B, Bravo. Fog and light rain will have little effect on these bands. Precipitation, such as fog and rain, can absorb microwave and UHF radio waves, although it has little effect on HF and on the lower VHF band. So, AM radio license manual page 4 Larry H9GO, you were correct after all. So, okay, we'll move on to another one. I'm not reading that question there. Well, where should the negative return connection of a mobile transceiver's power cable be connected? A, at the battery or engine block ground strap. B, at the antenna mount. C, to any metal part of the vehicle. D, through the transceiver's mounting bracket. Where should the negative return connection of a mobile transceiver's power cable be connected? A, at the battery or engine block ground strap. B, at the antenna mount. C, to any metal part of the vehicle. D, through the transceiver's mounting bracket. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KD9HKX A Alpha.
You are correct, Larry, you are correct. Where should the negative return connection of a mobile transceiver's power cable be connected? Correct answer is A, Alpha. At the battery or engine block ground strap. Connect the radio's negative lead to the negative battery terminal or where the battery ground lead is connected to the vehicle body. And radio license manual page 5-17. Okay, now. Okay. Which of the following can be used to enter the operating frequency on a modern transceiver? A, the keypad or VFO knob. B, the CTCSS or DTMF encoder. C, the automatic frequency control. D, all these choices are correct. Which of the following can be used to enter the operating frequency on a modern transceiver? A, the keypad or VFO knob. B, the CTCSS or DTMF encoder. C, the automatic frequency control. D, all these choices are correct. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
A Alpha, AC9GO.
You are correct, Larry. You are correct. Which of the following can be used to enter the operating frequency on a modern transceiver? Correct answer is A Alpha, the keypad or VFO knob. The control used for the tuning is the VFO, an abbreviation for variable frequency oscillator. In older radios, the VFO knob changes the frequency of an oscillator circuit that in turn determines the radio's operating frequency. In most current radios, the VFO control is read by a microprocessor that controls the radio's frequency. Some radios also have a keypad that you can use to enter frequencies directly. Ham radio license manual page 5-6. Okay, before we continue with this trivia segment, do we have any more stations who just joined us who like to check in the finite fund net? Please go on. Okay, let's continue. What might be a problem if you receive a report that your audio signal through the repeater is distorted or unintelligible? A, your transmitter is slightly off frequency. B, your batteries are running low. C, you are in a bad location. D, all of these choices are correct. What might be a problem if you receive a report that your audio signal through the repeater is distorted or unintelligible? A, your transmitter is slightly off frequency. B, your batteries are running low. C, you are in a bad location. D, all these choices are correct. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
Let's go with D, Delta, all of the above. KD9MED.
Signal through the repeater is distorted or unintelligible. A, your transmitter is slightly off frequency. B, your batteries are running low. C, you are in a bad location. Well, the correct answer is D, Delta. All of these choices are correct. Being slightly off frequency sometimes happens when the radio control knob or key gets bumped, changing frequencies by a small amount. You could also be causing excessive deviation by speaking too loudly into the microphone. Either lower your voice or hold the microphone farther away from your mouth. You could be transmitting from a bad location or your signal is distorted at the repeater input. Weak or low batteries can also cause distorted audio. Ham radio license matters page 6-9. Justin K9FVO and the Kevin W9KLG is soon we're going to be getting me a new desk mic there, so I'll have it connected to this radio. This radio will be sound a whole lot different. Okay. Okay, what operating activity involves contacting as many stations as possible during a specified period? A, contesting. B, net operations. C, public service events. D, simulated emergency exercises. What operating activity involves contacting as many stations as possible during a specified period? A, contesting. B, net operations. C, public service events. D, simulated emergency exercises. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
ACA Alpha, AC9GO.
You are correct, Larry. H9GO, you are correct. What operating activity involves contacting as many stations as possible during a specified period? Correct answer is A, Alpha, contesting. Radio contests are held in which the competitors try to make as many short contacts as possible in a fixed period of time. Ham radio license manual, page 6-9. Speaking of which, when I get done with the trivia segment, I gotta read that DX Code of Conduct and Contesters Code of Ethics. So, okay. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, this is the last question of the tech Q&A here. What safety equipment should always be included in home-built equipment that is powered from 120-volt AC power circuits? A, a fuse or circuit breaker in series with the AC hot conductor. B, an AC voltmeter across the incoming power source. C, an inductor in parallel with the AC power source. D, a capacitor in series with the AC power source. What safety equipment should always be included in home-built equipment that is powered from a 120-volt AC power circuit? A, a fuse or circuit breaker in series with the AC hot conductor. B, an AC voltmeter across the incoming power source. C, an inductor in parallel with the AC power source? D, a capacitor in series with the AC power source. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9HKX A alpha fuse or circuit breaker.
You are correct, Larry. You are correct. What safety equipment should always be included in home-built equipment that is powered from 120-volt AC power circuits? Correct answer is A alpha, a fuse or circuit breaker in series with the AC hot conductor. Fuses or circuit breakers must be installed in series with the hot conductor or conductor so that if activated or tripped, power is removed from the protected equipment. Ham radio license manual page 9-5. Okay, I'll do some questions from the general portion, but before that, we do that. Are there any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, now we'll read some questions from the general portions here. All right. Okay. Here's the first question. With which of the following conditions must beacon stations comply? A, a beacon station may not use automatic control. B, the frequency must be coordinated with the National Beacon Organization. C, the frequency must be posted on the internet or published in a national periodical. D, there must be no more than one beacon signal transmitting in the same band from the same station location. With which of the following conditions must beacon stations comply? A beacon station may not use automatic control. B, the frequency must be coordinated with the National Beacon Organization. C, the frequency must be posted on the internet or published in a national periodical. D, there must be no more than one beacon signal transmitting in the same band from the same station location. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
Not sure, Jimmy, but I'd say it'd be that last answer, AC9GO.
Oh, you are correct, Larry. AC9GO, you are correct. With which of the following conditions must beacon stations comply? Correct answer is D delta. There must be no more than one beacon signal transmitting in the same band from the same station location. A beacon station normally transmits a signal for operators to observe propagation and reception characteristics. For this purpose, FCC rules specifically allow an amateur beacon to transmit one-way communications. 97.203B in the General Class License Manual, page 3-10. Find another one here. I read that question. I'm not reading it again. We'll find another one. Those of you who work CW should know the correct answer to this question by heart. What does it mean when a CW operator sends KN at the end of a transmission? A, listening for novice stations. B, operating full break-in. C, listening only for a specific station or stations. D, closing station. Closing station now. What does it mean when a CW operator sends KN at the end of a transmission? A, listening for novice stations. B, operating full break-in. C, listening only for a specific station or stations. D, closing station now. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
C, AC9GO.
Did you say the C, Charlie, Larry?
believe that's what it was. It's listening for a specific station or stations.
You are correct, Larry. You are correct. What does it mean when a CW operator sends KN at the end of a transmission? Correct answer is C, Charlie. Listening only for a specific station or stations. KN is an example of a CW pro sign, procedural signals that help coordinate the exchange of messages and the beginning and ending of transmissions. The patterns of dots and dashes that make up pro signs are described by a pair of regular letters that, if sent together without a pause, are equivalent to the pro sign. Here's in parentheses, pro signs are often written with a line over the letters to indicate they are sent with no spaces between them as a single character. General Class License Manual, page 2-13. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. Before we continue, are there any more stations you'd like to check in? Please call now. Okay. How are radio communications usually affected by the charged particles that reach Earth from solar coronal holes? A. HF communications are improved. B. HF communications are disturbed. C. VHF-UHF ducting is improved. D. VHF-UHF ducting is disturbed. How are radio communications usually affected by the charged particles that reach Earth from solar coronal holes? A. HF communications are improved. B. HF communications are disturbed. C. VHF-UHF ducting is improved. D. VHF-UHF ducting is disturbed. Anybody correct to answer this question?
I'll go with A, AC9GO, Alpha.
Sorry, Larry, that's not correct. But hey, thanks for trying anyway. Anybody else want to give it a try? Okay, I'll read the question. I'll give the correct answer. How are radio communications usually affected by the charged particles that reach Earth from solar coronal holes? Correct answer is B, Bravo. HF communications are disturbed. It's rather lengthy, so I'm not gonna read it there. We're gonna we're gonna do a couple more here. I'm not reading that digital stuff. Who cares? Come on. Who cares? Okay. What is one disadvantage of a directly fed random wire HF antenna? A. It must be longer than one wavelength. B. You may experience RF burns when touching metal objects in your station. C. It produces only vertically polarized radiation. D. It is more effective on the lower HF bands than on the higher bands. What is one disadvantage of a directly fed random wire HF antenna? A. It must be longer than one wavelength. B. You may experience RF burns when touching metal objects in your station. C. It produces only vertically polarized radiation. D. It is more effective on the lower HF bands than on the higher bands. Anybody have correct to answer this question? Okay, I'll read the question one more time. I'll give the correct answer. What is one disadvantage of a directly fed random wire HF antenna? Correct answer is B, Bravo. You may experience RF burns when touching metal objects in your station. Okay. Okay. How does a screwdriver mobile antenna adjust its feed point impedance? A. By varying its body capacitance. B. By varying the base loading inductance. C. By extending and retracing the whip. D. By deploying a capacitance hat. How does a screwdriver mobile antenna adjust its feed point impedance? A. By varying its body capacitance. B. By varying the base loading inductance. C. By extending and retracting the whip. D. By deploying a capacitance hat. Anybody correct answer this question?
I believe it's B. AC.
You are correct, Larry. You are correct. How does a screwdriver mobile antenna adjust its feed point impedance? Correct answer B, Bravo, by varying the base loading inductance. The screwdriver antenna designed a whip with an adjustable loading coil at the base has gained popularity for HF mobile operations as a good compromise between performance and convenience. The name derives from the small DC motors typical of electric screwdrivers used to adjust the loading coil. General Class License Manual, page 7-6. Alright. Okay, hold on. We gotta find another. Oh boy. I'm trying to avoid the same question here. Alright. Okay, one moment please. Okay. What are the toughest questions in the Tech General and Extra Q&A? Your tower questions, of course. Those of you, especially those of you who are studying for your first ham radio licenses, and you're going to be, although this is part of the general questions, someday you're going to be involved in a tower climbing expedition. You're going to be climbing the tower itself, or you're going to be part of a ground crew. This next question might put you over the top, or this might be one of the questions that would help you get your license. Which of these choices should be observed when climbing a tower or using a safety belt or harness? A. Never lean back and rely on the belt alone to support your weight. B. Confirm that the belt is rated for the weight of the climber and that it is within its allowable service life. C. Ensure that all heavy tools are securely fastened to the belt D-ring. D. All these choices are correct. Which of these choices should be observed when climbing a tower using a safety belt or harness? A. Never lean back and rely on the belt alone to support your weight. B. Confirm that the belt is rated for the weight of the climber and that it is within the allowable service life. C. Ensure that all heavy tools are securely fastened to the belt D-ring. D. All of these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay, I'll read the question and give the correct answer. Which of these choices should be observed when climbing a tower using a safety belt or harness? Correct answer is B, Bravo. Confirm that the belt is raised for the weight of the climber and that it is within its allowable service life. Okay, we're going to read maybe a couple more questions from the extra Q&A. But before we do that, are there any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call now.
N9GBP, Greg here.
N9GBP, okay, Greg, we got you. I figured you'd come back. What's going on with you?
Well, not a whole lot. I did have a good DX contact tonight in Kuwait.
All right, just hold on, just a minute. Let me get on my papers. Let me write down my sheet there for the DX corner. Let's beat. All right, we'll find it here. Okay, now I gotta find my pen. That's what happens when we have so many papers piled up on his desk. Okay, N9GBP. Yeah, made a contact with the Kuwait. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it was 9 Kilo 2 Hotel. Then I forgot what the last letter was. M.
M as in Mike?
M as in Michael.
9K2 Hotel Mike. Okay, well, that in Kuwait. That's great. That's great. What band?
It was on 20 meters.
That's great. That is wonderful. That's wonderful. Anybody else did you make any other contact?
Nothing real good lately. I've been kind of busy. Haven't been on the HF a whole lot.
Okay, that sounds good. Sounds good. Well, we had 4 stations on the W9 Gene Duncan DX corner. There's more with the reports. That's good. Okay, the question tonight we're asking, what kind of radio are you using now? What are you talking on now? Are you happy with your radio?
Well, I'm using a Yaesu FT991A. I got this last fall, and I've been real happy with it. It does both the HF and the VHF all in one box, and yeah, I've been pretty happy with it.
Greg, that's great. That's great. That sounds good. So, hey, thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. We'll talk to you tomorrow night on the Saturday evening at Ragtune Net on this repeater. Larry, K9HKX will be your net control station tomorrow night.
All right, sounds good. I'll talk to you tomorrow night then. Say 73 and have a good one.
You too, Greg. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9GCF. K9FLO.
Oh, God, what's going on here? K9FLO, Dean Roscoe, got you checked in. What's going on with tonight?
I figured I better get down here and check in early tonight there, Jimmy.
Okay, well, you're checked in. You're doing fine. Kurt, K9N, did a great job at his first meeting as the president of RAWA. They had a Zoom meeting. We tried to rebroadcast it on the repeater, but we had bad luck there due to technical difficulties. But from what I was told from Larry K9KCT was saying, he did a great job. It was a great meeting, and it seems going to be working out fine there. They go, how things he wants to do this year.
Very good, Jimmy. Yep, Kurt will do good for the club. He'll really help it out, and I'm glad he's doing it. So sounds good. And all right, you asked me another question. I forgot what it was, or maybe you didn't. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm asking you what kind of radio are you running, and are you happy with it?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. I get my thing together here. I'm talking to you on a 991 Yaesu, which I use mostly on 2 meters here, and then I have a Kenwood TS990 that I use for most of my HF work. So kind of a little bit of diversity there. Like both radios, work well, very satisfied with them. One has certain applications and the other has certain applications. So I like the Yaesu because it's basically all-in-one lunchbox type radio that's meets my needs, and the other one is more for DXing and the HF world there. Anywho, very good. Try to think. I was going to mention something to you, and now I just lost it. See, I had a senior moment, and I'm not even on the senior net at this time there, Jimmy.
Stuff happens when those things happen. What are you gonna do? Well, you probably think it would after you sign off.
That's usually about right. That's kind of what happens. It's always, people don't realize how that senile issue can happen to all of us, and even something as forgetting where your keys are at. And you can say that's the same thing. So anyway, it's Friday night. We went down to the club and had fish fry down in Rockford. Very good, very enjoyable, and got to meet some good friends. And so that was our other entertainment for the night. I stopped at one of the men's clubs coming home, Harbor Freight. So I had to pick up a couple items there. That was always fun, of course. So that's my entertainment and my excitement for the night there, Jimmy. KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Okay, well that sounds good there. It's good that you're able to go out on Friday night and have your fish fry. That's for sure there. So, did that come back to you? What you were going to say? You were going to ask me something. Did that come back to you yet?
Nope. It doesn't work that way for me.
Okay, sounds good. There's always next Friday. So, but next Friday we're going to have our Easter edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. This is the net that I did not get to have last year because I was on the Good Friday last year. I went to the hospital there for COVID. So I spent 10 days in FHM Memorial Hospital here in Freeport, and I was transferred to Belvedere. I stayed there for 6 weeks here before I came home. I didn't come home until the weekend before Memorial Day. It was on May 21st last year, but so I did not get to do that. And we're going to do it. I'm going to ask everybody what their plans are for Easter. Good Friday is coming up next Friday. Then I'm going to ask what their favorite memories of Easter are.
Good idea. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, I forgot about that. Maybe that's another thing too. Forgot about. Yeah, you were gone quite a while there. You had quite an interesting event about with health. So glad everything worked out. You made it through it. You can put that down in your book. So you survived the COVID event there, Jimmy.
Yes, I did. I had 3 people fill in for me as net control operators there. That was Larry K9KCT, Ricky K9QDP, and Kerry KD9MED. They filled in for me those weeks I was gone.
Yeah, that was quite a deal. I'm glad everybody's kind of, we hope, over the hump on that, over the hill, whatever. I think things are trying to get back to normal. We'll see happens on that. We're going out to Washington, D.C. next month to visit my daughter out there, and it will be interesting to see what it's like there and how much is still happening there. Of course, that's a different world compared to here. They don't have any corn out there. Maybe that's the difference, although we don't right at the moment. But anyway, we're going to have rain, I think, most of next week, which is not bad, but if we get it done and we get enough, that'll make the farmers really happy, and I hope the Mother Nature is going to be good, at least this coming week. Then that can turn off the spigot, and we can head towards summer. And I thought of what I was going to ask you, then I bang, gone. Bad night tonight there, Jimmy.
This is K9RFD with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Okay, Dean, go ahead. What were you going to ask me?
I just remembered. Does the Milwaukee, one of the Milwaukee repeaters, they were doing their version of the Fun Net. Do you know if they're still doing that up there, or did they not able to pull it off? Do you know?
They're still doing the Saturday Night Fun Net. The last several weeks there, I've not been able to pick them up, but no, they're still doing it. Of course, it's kind of what Warren used. I forget what his call was in Milwaukee there, but when he suddenly passed away, that's kind of they've kind of run it different now. But yeah, it's not like this net, but of course, yeah, if you can pick them as 146-910 repeater, the Milwaukee PL 127.3 minus offset there, yeah, but well, of course, I know you have a better antenna system than what I have, so you probably shouldn't have any problem picking it up. Yeah, they're still doing the Saturday Night Fun Net.
Okay, one of the local hams was asking me about that the other day, and I told him I'd check into it to see if it was still going on, because they kind of wanted to try to get into it. So, all right, very good. I kind of told him I just didn't know if it was still going or not. I know they had it at one time was going, so good. I'll pass the information on to him there, Jimmy. KC9GCR, K9FL.
That sounds good. Yeah, pass word along there. That Saturday Night Fun Net is still going on. I'm going to be mentioning all the nets here in a few minutes anyway. So, okay, Dean. Hey, thanks you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. You have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Well, I'm sure we'll talk to you next Friday night.
All right, Jimmy. Take care of 7-3s. We'll catch you then. And have a great week. K9FL be clear.
Okay, any more stations you want to check the Friday Night Fun Net at this time? Please go on. Okay, I'm going to read a couple questions from the extra Q&A. Those of you who work FastScan TV should know the answer to this question by heart. How many horizontal lines make up a FastScan or NTSC television frame? A, 30, B, 60, C, 525, D, 1080. How many horizontal lines make up a FastScan NTSC television frame? A, 30, B, 60, C, 525, D, 1080. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? Go ahead, Al.
isn't Charlie.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. How many horizontal lines make up a fast scan NTSC television frame? Correct answer is C, Charlie, 525. A picture is divided sequentially into pieces for transmission or viewing. This process is called scanning. A total of 525 scan lines comprise of a frame or complete picture in the U.S. television system. 30 frames are generated each second. Extra class license manual page 8-19. All right. Okay. Find another one here. Oh, God, I'm not using that, reading that digital or FSK stuff. Who cares? All right. Okay. What type of polarization is best for ground wave propagation? A, vertical. B, horizontal. C, circular. D, elliptical. What type of polarization is best for ground wave propagation? A, vertical. B, horizontal. C, circular. D, elliptical. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? Okay, I'll read the question and give the correct answer. What type of polarization is best for ground wave propagation? Correct answer is A, alpha, vertical. Refers to another question. All ground wave propagation uses vertical polarization. Signals with horizontal polarization do not propagate by ground wave. Extra class license manual page 10-6. Okay, I think that's going to do it for Friday Night Fun Net Trivia for this week. I want to thank everybody for participating. We'll do it again probably next Friday night. Okay. Any more stations wish to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, I'm going to give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. This, now, okay, in about 5 minutes, the Night Watch net will be getting underway on the CFMC 443.750 repeater in Chicago. That is PL 114.8 plus offset. If you cannot get in that net via the repeater, you can get in via the Echo Link. That net runs 7 nights a week. A few nights ago, the signal was coming in beautiful. For the last couple of nights, they were coming in worth a hoot. Okay, oh yes, I just remembered something. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock on the 147.195 repeater in Rockford, I will be doing the bi-monthly Region 1 Hospital radio system test. This test is conducted on the second Saturdays of the even-numbered months. I will do the Rockford portion on the 195 repeater. After I get done, I will turn the net over to Lloyd, K9APW. He'll run the net on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon with PL 146.2 plus offset. Then after he gets done, you'll switch over to the Dixon 146.970 repeater. That has a PL of 82.5 minus offset. The bi-monthly Region 1 Hospital radio system test will take place tomorrow morning, I should say, at 9 a.m. Starting on the 147.195 repeater. Reminder, tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Here on this repeater, the Saturday evening Ragtune net will be held with Larry, KD9HKX as your net control station. He's going to give it a go tomorrow night. We wish him well. Let's hope everything goes well for him. The net usually lasts about an hour, and we talk about, we go around a few times, talk about different stuff. So do tune in tomorrow night. Immediately following that net, as I mentioned, the Saturday Night Fun Net will take place on the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee with a PL 127.3 minus offset. That net is a lot more structured than this one. You got to check in, for example, A through T, H through N, so forth, on and so forth. Some of the topics they talk about, I wouldn't even dream of bringing them up on this net. Some of them are too controversial for my liking. But do check out that Saturday Night Fun Net tomorrow night. The Greene County Aries Races Net meets on the, well, we hope they'll be meeting on the 145.110 repeater Monroe with PL 123.0 minus offset. They're having a problem with that repeater, so we'll just see what happens on Sunday night. Tune in at 7:30 p.m. and we'll get the lowdown. We'll find out what's going to take place. Big Thunder Amps Radio Club Net meets on Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere with a PL 100.0 plus offset. The Whiteside County Public Service Net meets on also at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling, PL 114.8 minus offset. Shouldn't have any problem getting that repeater. The antenna is about 300 feet high on Illinois State Police District 1 radio tower. Okay. Okay, one moment, please. I gotta get on my papers straightened out here. Oh yes, the Lunch Bunch Net meets on the Monday through Fridays, 12 noon to 1 p.m. It's 1 minute to 12:30 p.m. on the 145.430 repeater in Downers Grove, Illinois. PL 107.2 minus offset. W9DUP DuPage County repeater. Monday evenings at 7 p.m. here on this repeater, we got the Monday night rah-rah info net. I share the duties of net control with Larry K9 at KCT. I believe I had 11 or 12 check-ins this past Monday. No, I think it was 13 or whatever. Hey, it was a good turnout this past Monday, and that's great. Let's keep checking into that Monday night net. That net's been around a long time. So just see if we can get about 10 or 20 or 30 check-ins on that Monday night net. That'd be great. Okay. Immediately following that net, there's code practice with Larry, K9 at KCT. The Lee County Aries group holds their Monday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon with a PL 82.5 minus offset. The Kishwaukee Amps Radio Club net meets every Monday evening at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb with a PL of 100.0 minus offset. Just hold on here. One of the net control operators, K9HWK, is sometimes he's one of the net control operators on that net. Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. on the 147.195 repeater, we have the first of the two health and tech nets with Larry, ACIGO as your net control station. And we ask how everybody's doing health-wise. The Thursday evening net is held by yours truly as K9GCR. That also meets at 7 p.m. on the 147-195 repeater. Maybe found those two health and tech nets, Larry K9KCT has Morse code practice. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central Air Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Lockdown. At this moment, Winnebago County Jail is going into lockdown for the night. Kerry, K9MED was telling me he listens to the jail frequencies on the scanners, and exactly at 10 o'clock at this time, Winnebago County Jail goes into lockdown. Okay, continuing on with the nets here, at the Rock County Public Service net meets also at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville, the PL 123.0 minus offset. Sometimes that's the way it goes when with the Tuesday Health and Tech net and the Rock County net. I had to listen to both the repeaters at the same time, so I make sure I check into both those nets. Okay, this is in reference to the North American Long Wires net. This coming Tuesday, there will not be a net on Tuesdays. So, Rick K9QDP is kind of losing interest in it. Not enough people are checking in. That seems like that's a shame there. We need to keep that net going. Some of you need to get a hold of him. Let me reset. You need to maybe see about moving to another frequency, or maybe conditions are like he uses one type of antenna and everybody else uses another kind of antenna. But maybe you can see about having rotating net controls for that Tuesday night net. It would sure be a shame after that if we lose it. After asking everybody on the Friday Night Fun here on this net, where everybody's in favor of having a 10-meter net. So let's start checking into that North American Long Wires net. I'm not able to pick it up, but I know a lot of people are able to. So let's check into that net. And the Oval County Aries Racing net for Irie Skywarn meets at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon with the PL 146.2 plus offset. After this past Tuesday night set, there was W rag chewing going on with that repeater for about 3 hours with Al K9EPZ and a couple other hams. That was great. It really was. That's what we need to do, folks. Start using these repeaters. If we don't use them, we're going to lose them. That's all there is to it. Okay. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport, the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have the Stevens County Aries Races net with yours truly, K9GCR. At 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater here in in Beloit, we got the Greater Point Ham Radio Cup Wednesday evening net. PL 147.120 repeater in Beloit with the PL 123.0 plus offset. At 8 o'clock here in Freeport Wednesday evenings on 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset, we have the Wednesday evening swap net. Metal N9RPN and I share the use of net control. Let's see, okay. Mel brings the amateur radio news line, 50-minute independent news broadcast of the entire to amateur radio. And don't forget the K9RFD meets every day, Monday through Friday from 1400 to 1500 hours Zulu on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with Chuck, WD9BB as your net control station. Okay. As you know, we no longer have a Salvation Army Saturday on the Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. But I'll tell you about some other Saturdays we have. Let's see. We got the, just a minute. The International Saturday meets Monday through Saturday at 1500 hours Zulu on 14.265 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband. The Central Territory Saturday meets on Tuesdays at 13:30 hours Zulu on 7.265 megahertz, 40 meters lower sideband. West Metro Chicago Saturday meets Monday evening at 7 p.m. local time on the 145.310 repeater in Wheaton, Illinois. That has a PL 107.2 minus offset. The East Metro Chicago Saturday meets on Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. local time on the Chicago FM Club 146.760 repeater in Chicago. That has a PL 107.2 minus offset. There are your other Saturdays we have. Okay, you're now caught up, all up to date on your local nets. Support your local nets, your local net control operators. Support your local repeaters. If you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local clubs. Again, tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock at Freeport Public Library. Stevens County Repeater Association will be holding our in-person monthly meeting. Okay, let me get everything put away here. Do we have any more stations who would like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Then you know what I forgot to do. Goodness sakes, I forgot to do the swap net. We're going to give it a go anyway. I don't care if it is late. It's Friday night, nobody's going anywhere. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be related to hobbies of RAM radio or computers. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or possession of the person who wants to get rid of the stuff. You may mention the price over here, but any haggling should be done either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Do we have any stations with swap net traffic at this time? Please call now. Okay, no swap net traffic to be had. I should have done this earlier during the net, so okay. Now at this time, I said I was going to do this, but I didn't do it. We got to read the DX Code of Conduct and the Contester's Code of Ethics. Okay, DX Code of Conduct. 1, I will listen and listen and then listen again before calling. 2, I will only call if I can copy the DX station properly. 3, I will not trust the DX cluster and will be sure of the DX station's call sign before calling. 4, I will not interfere with the DX station nor anyone calling, and will never tune up on the DX frequency or in the QSX slot. 5. I will wait for the DX station to end a contact before I call. 6. I will always send my full call time. 7. I will call and then listen for a reasonable interval. I will not call continuously. 8. I will not transmit when the DX operator calls another call sign, not mine. 9. I will not transmit when the DX operator questions a call sign, not mine, like mine. 10. I will not transmit when the DX station requests geographic areas other than mine. 11. When the DX operator calls me, I will not repeat my call sign unless I think he has copied it incorrectly. 12. I will be thankful if and when I do make a contact. 13. I will respect my fellow hams and conduct myself so as to earn their respect. And this is number 14. This was suggested by Kerry, K9MED. I will send a QSL card to the DX operator to confirm my contact with the station. That's the DX code of conduct. Okay, before I read the contester's code of ethics, are there any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, now we'll read the contester's code of ethics. 1. I will learn and obey the rules of any contest I enter, including the rules of my entry category. 2. I will obey the rules for amateur radio in my country. 3. I will not modify my log after the contest by using additional data sources to correct call signs / exchange errors. 4. I will accept the judging and scoring decisions of the contest sponsor as final. 5. I will adhere to the DX code of conduct in my operating style. 6. I will yield my frequency to any emergency communications activities. And number 7, I will operate my transmitter with sufficient signal quality to minimize interference to others. That's the contester's code of ethics. I'll tell you what Rick K9QDP says, and he might be right. I believe he is right. If anybody observed the DX code of conduct and the contester's code of ethics, you might not be able to make any contact with anybody at all. Okay. Okay. Any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on out. Well, as long as I'm at it, I might as well read the amateur's code. 1. The amateur is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasure of others. 2. The amateur is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and the American Radio Relay League through which amateur radio is represented. 3. The amateur is progressive. He keeps his station abreast of science. Is well-built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. 4. The amateur is friendly. Slow and patient, sending when requested. Friendly advice and constantly beginner. Kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. The amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows it to interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. And 6. The amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code. As Tony K9RFD always says, something to live by, not only on the radio, but throughout life itself. And yes, I'm sure that down south, with those tornadoes and storms going through, you know that Salvation Army, Saturnet, Aries, races groups, and local areas are definitely involved in the Skyward, all the weather nets down there. So please keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Okay. Are there any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call now. Okay, hold on. Weather report's coming on. The radar's just snowing. I guess they're still getting rain and mixture participation in season in Winnebago County. So I'm watching the news on Channel 17. Candace King is doing the weather report there. Oh, good. That snow's getting going on here. That's good news. They're showing downtown Rockville. On the Rockville, there's a news tower there. Streets are empty. Well, you know why the streets in downtown Rockville are empty? Everybody's home listening to Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, let me give you, we already did that. Let's see, I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Brad Smith, I don't know what his new call, AE8 something there, and Ricky, WX9RLT, is in charge of that. You see pertinent information about the Friday Night Fun Net. You see updated pictures of my ham shack. You even see the weather information. And of course, Mike, K9MED, is recording this net for future broadcast on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Go to Friday Night Fun Net Central, and it'll tell you how to listen to the net. This net is being recorded. You can even listen to a past edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Every night is Friday night. When you listen to the Friday Night Fun Net, you can listen to it all day or all night too. So listen to Friday Night Fun Net every night of the week on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Next, I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central online. Area code 815-232-FN-FN 232-3636. It's a local Freeport number. We've had no hotline check-ins tonight. You've seen pictures of it on the Facebook page. And, okay. It's a traditional red desktop touchtone telephone. I'm transmitting, if you hear it ring, and it rings, you hear it ring, it's a real telephone ring, folks. Not that phony baloney cell phone ring. Okay. Okay. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now. Okay, we're just about getting ready to wrap it up here. I want to thank the Rah-Rah group for allowing me to use this repair to host of the net. Let's see. I'm going to run down the list of stations checked in so far. My one and only Oriole Bird check-in, the Mike K9CFL, and my one and only internet check-in, KF9SC Pat and Warren. Okay. I'll run down the list of stations checked in so far. N9GBP, K9QDP, N9K9EPC, A9VU, H9NW, K9MED, K9MED was live streamed this net on the internet and recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. K9RGG, myself K9GCR net control. K9KZT, Larry the King of CW, K9YI, Scott Monroe, K9HWK, Matt and Sycamore, K9HKX, Larry and Roscoe. You'll be in net control of the Saturday evening rag show net tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on this repeater. H9GO, Scott, Larry and Rockton, and K9FLO. Okay, I had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 on-air check-ins, 1 early bird check-in, and 1 internet check-in. Leaves a total of 17 check-ins. Kind of a slow turnout tonight. I don't know what's going on. One moment, please. I'm going to do my honorary check-ins now. Okay. N9ARB, Tony, HC honorary check-in. N9TAB, HC honorary check-in. That's Tracy and Tony's better half. We mustn't forget the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club south of Rockford. A9. Silver Fox, HC honorary check-in. Then one of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in all of them, but he listens every Friday night. Richard, N9ZO. Belvedere. Sounds like another repair's trying to come in there, but okay. Oh, by the way, speaking of Richard N9CO, he has tickets for the upcoming Sandwich Ham Fest on Sunday, May 1st. You want those tickets? Give him a call at area code 815-547-8686. I repeat, area code 815-547-8686. If you want those tickets, you want to go to the Sandwich Ham Fest, Sunday, May 1st. Let's see. K9FEO, Justin. Okay, and let's see now. Hold on. Okay, Kevin, W9AXD HC honorary check-in. I should be getting that desk mic from him in a few weeks or so. Let's see. Oh yeah, AC9 JZ8. Mike and Rock, HC honorary check-in. Okay, yes. The new president of Rah-Rah. We got to check him in. KD9MED. HC honorary checking, okay. I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna put down heart. N9NQD. Sometimes he checks in, other times he doesn't. So HC honorary checking, okay. Okay. So we have a total of so far we got a total of 26 check-ins overall. Oh no! Oh goodness sakes! You know what? W9AXD. That calls now L by Gary, formerly K9FM L. So okay. KD9FMJ. 1800 checking. And you know what? Oh goodness, I got checking Brandon. KD9LOA. honorary checking. And John. KD9OVJ. He hasn't been on the radio lately. He's studying for his paramedic license, getting on back on the fire department in McConnell and become a paramedic. So he's studying hard. I think it's good that he's going back on in that position again. 30 check-ins overall. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
9 GCR. This is Alpha Kilo 9 Foxtrot, Dave and Boyd, no traffic.
AK9F, Dave and Boyd. How you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while.
I've been kind of busy on the weekends, and so I haven't been able to get on. In fact, I just got home now, operating from my base here. So, been busy with Boy Scouts and a few other things. So, not much else going on, though. Over.
Okay, sounds good. I'm asking a question tonight there. What kind of radio are you using, and are you happy with it?
For 2 meters 440, I'm using a FTM 100, and for the HF bands, I use a ICOM 7600. Very satisfied with that. Over.
That's what I'm talking you off of too. The HUFGM 100, definitely a good radio. The digital sounds great too. But I'm not that. I don't use digital that much, but the digital side sounds great. What I use.
HUFGM 100 does have the Yaesu Fusion digital on it, and will handle wires X.
Okay, sounds good. Dave, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Any more station want to check the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Oh, just a minute. N9ZXK, Bob. He lives a mile west of me here. He checks in that once in a while too, so I got him checked in. So that's 32 check-ins. We have any more stations we want to check in? Please go on out. Does anybody have any traffic questions, comments, or input they'd like to bring before the net?
We'll try checking KC9DDF.
You most certainly do it, KC9DDF. Good evening, John. What's going on with you?
Not much. You're still on. Very good. Yeah, we're on battery power. We'll see here. I might have to turn this power supply on. But yeah, I'm glad to hear you on this machine. I can just make it. Back to you. Kind of had some snow flurries today. Crazy weather. We're waiting for spring.
Next Wednesday or Thursday is supposed to get into the 70s. Just wanted to, speaking of radio, that's the question I'm asking tonight. What kind of radio are you using, and are you happy with it?
Yeah, this is a Yaesu, the FT 2900, so it does up to 75 watts. Like I said, we're on some solar battery system, so voltage drops pretty fast, but that's not the radio's fault, so drawing like 14 amps right now. So, yep, that's been a good, it's built like a brick, so it's never been mobile, a mobile radio, but always just sat here on the, in the shack here, Jimmy.
Okay, sounds good, John. Okay, hey, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Well, the snow has left us here, so it should be out of your area soon. Have a good evening, enjoy your weekend, hopefully we'll talk to you next Friday night. Thank you for checking in.
So much. Yeah, have a great weekend. Like I said, glad we caught you tonight. We've been missing the Friday Night Fun Net, but good to get in. KC9DDF. Take care, Jimmy.
2273 is John. Any more stations you want to check in, please call now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and check in George, N9WSQ, our club president. I'll see him tomorrow at our Repeater Association meeting. So, count stands at 34 check-ins. Okay, any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter at your local convenience store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter at your post office when you go buy your stamps or envelopes. Be sure you tell be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, your bartenders, your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter of your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter of your convenience store. Be sure you tell your members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your new car dealer, your used car dealer, your garage mechanic, your stockbroker, your tax consultant. The tax season ends on April 18th, and be sure you tell your priest, your minister, your rabbi, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer, your divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your boyfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun Net. The more check-ins, the better than that. Make sure you have a valid FCC license before you check in. Sorry, folks, we do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. You take a knee or clench your fist while the national anthem is being played. We don't take your check-ins. You don't back the bull. We don't take your check-ins. That's all there is to it. Okay. With that, I want to thank everybody for checking in. And reminder, next Friday we're going to do our 70-degree readings by Wednesday, 52 degrees on Thursday. Good Friday is supposed to be in the 50s. Oh boy. Okay, be sure you next Friday, we're going to do our special Easter edition of Friday Night Fun. This is the net that I did not get to do last Friday because the day I was supposed to do it, I went to the hospital for COVID. But we're going to do it again next Friday. We're going to ask everybody what their plans are for Easter, what are your favorite memories of Easter. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. This is the last call for any stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region with traffic. Please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet Jaw.
K9GCR. There's been 9 Chicago Northwestern. No traffic.
N9CNW here, checking number 35 the Friday Night Fun Net. What's going on with you, Mark?
Not too much. Been busy tonight doing some work and forgot all about the net. Just turned it on about a half hour ago. That's about it. Hoping the weather warms up here a little bit. Getting tired of the cold and snow. N9CNW.
This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Center here in Freeport. Sounds good. I'm asking a question tonight. What kind of radio are you using now, or are you happy with it?
K9GCR and 9CNW. I'm using a Yaesu FT70D. I wanted to get one that had digital capability. I've got another Yaesu and another ICOM, and I even got an old Radio Shack brick from years and years ago. So, but I kind of like this. It seems to go through batteries. Somebody warned me you better have a backup battery because it goes through batteries pretty quick. But other than that, it seems to be pretty good so far once I figured out how to program it. N9CNW back to net.
Okay, sounds good there, Mark. Hey, tomorrow on the Saturday evening radio net, Larry, no. Well, let me look at my list here. K9HKX, Larry and Roscoe is going to be net control for the radio net tomorrow night. If you get a chance, I hope you tune in and check in.
I've been doing that on Saturday nights. Got an alarm on my phone, and so it gives me a reminder to turn the radio on. Yeah, that's kind of a fun one we've had the last 3 or 4 weeks. 9CNW.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, Mark, thank you for checking in. You have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for checking in. Last call for any stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. Okay, this concludes our main business for tonight. Tune in again next week, same time, same repeater for another our special Easter edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR, closing down this Friday, April 8, 2022 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net, and returning the repeater in the frequency normal amateur radio use at 9:40 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10:40 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 4 hours, 40 minutes Zulu time with a total of 35 check-ins. This net is now closed, and repair is now open for normal amateur radio use. So the reason, everybody, have a good evening. This is K9GCR. I'll be clear. Wish you all a very pleasant good night. KD9MED, KD9MED, K9GCR.
9MED.
Okay, Mike, go ahead and post it. There's a 2-hour, 40-minute net with a total of 35 check-ins.
All right, copy that, Jimmy. I'll get it. 9MED.
7 3, thanks for all you do, too. This is K9GCR. I'll be clear. 7 3, good night.